What if the movies were real and the actors had superpowers? What if they weren't just acting but really had the powers they portrayed on screen? It would be a world of endless possibilities, both exciting and terrifying. Let's start with the heroes. Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man would actually soar through the skies in a suit he designed himself. No more CGI, only actual flying. Imagine the thrill of seeing him zip past you, not as Tony Stark, but as the real Iron Man. Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow would perform death-defying stunts in real life, using her martial arts skills and agility to leave you in awe. Chris Hemsworth as Thor would call down lightning with the power of his hammer. Every strike would be electrifying, leaving you breathless at the raw power on display. And who could forget the Hulk, the towering green giant brought to life by Mark Ruffalo? His strength would be unmatched, smashing buildings and throwing tanks like they're made of paper. But these heroes wouldn't just fight bad guys. They'd also use their powers to help people. Iron Man would use his wealth and intelligence to create advanced technology that would benefit humanity. Black Widow would train young girls in self-defense, passing on her skills to the next generation. Thor would dispense wisdom and justice, making sure the balance of power was always kept in check. The Hulk would use his incredible strength to rescue people from dangerous situations. With these heroes walking among us, the world would be a safer place. But what about the villains? Thanos, played by Josh Brolin, would be a force to be reckoned with, wielding the Infinity Stones and possessing the power to snap his fingers and wipe out half of all life. The Joker, portrayed by the late Heath Ledger, would use his chaotic nature and unpredictable behavior to wreak havoc, leaving a trail of madness in his wake. Hannibal Lecter, brought to life by Anthony Hopkins, would use his cunning intelligence and manipulative skills to get inside people's heads, turning their world upside down. Darth Vader, a legendary villain from the Star Wars universe, would strike fear into the hearts of many. With his mechanical breathing and menacing presence, he'd use the dark side of the Force to control and dominate. And then there's Norman Osborn, aka the Green Goblin, played by Willem Dafoe. Imagine the terror of facing a man who can switch from being a charming billionaire to a maniacal supervillain with a pumpkin-shaped head and a thirst for destruction. In T's world, you wouldn't just watch villains on screen. They'd be out there scheming and plotting, trying to take over the world. The concept of good versus evil would be taken to a whole new level. It would be a constant battle between light and darkness, between order and chaos. Heroes would have to face off against villains in epic showdowns that would shake the very foundations of our world. So who would you support? Would you stand with the Avengers and the Jedi? Or would you join the forces of the Sith and the villains? Either way, this world would never be dull. Now, let's talk about the impact on everyday life. Imagine going about your daily routine and stumbling upon a movie set. It wouldn't just be a set. It would be a portal to another world. Walking onto the set, you'd find yourself surrounded by the same streets, buildings and landscapes depicted in the movies. The line between fiction and reality would blur, creating a sense of wonder and excitement. You could interact with the characters, talk to the crew, and even try your hand at acting. It would be like stepping into your favorite story and living it for a while. But it wouldn't just be the sets that came to life. The characters, too, would exist outside of the screen. In T's world, Tom Cruise wouldn't just play Ethan Hunt in Mission Impossible. He'd actually be the character, performing death-defying stunts and escaping from dangerous situations. Leonardo DiCaprio, known for playing iconic characters like Jack Dawson in Titanic and Jordan Belfort in The Wolf of Wall Street, would bring his charm and charisma to real life. Brad Pitt, with his diverse roles ranging from action to drama, would embody real-life versions of his characters, perhaps fighting alongside the righteous or seducing unsuspecting victims. Life would become a grand adventure filled with surprises and excitement. Ordinary days would turn into extraordinary experiences. Now imagine waking up in the morning and turning on the TV. The news wouldn't be about politics or economics. It would be filled with reports of superheroes battling villains, saving people from burning buildings, and stopping runaway trains. Anchors would deliver serious reports about epic battles that shook the city to its core. There would be footage of heroes soaring through the skies and laser beams scorching the earth. It would be a non-stop spectacle, a real-life version of your favorite superhero show. This world would be full of wonders and dangers. It would be a place where the impossible became possible, where the lines between fiction and reality blurred, and where every day was an adventure. Would you want to be part of this world? Let me know in the comments. And if you liked this video, make sure to subscribe for more exciting content.